Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Thursday on this channel, and we've got to talk about the new news that Denzel Washington has just joined the MCU. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so it has been confirmed that Denzel Washington has joined the MCU, and it's been confirmed by Denzel Washington himself. Now, what he said is very interesting because this changes perspective on who he could play in the MCU, because a lot of times people have been speculating about who Denzel Washington would play in the MCU, and he has been one of those people that people have wanted in the MCU for the longest time. So there's been everyone from Xavier to Magneto to any number of characters that people have been wanting him to play. All of these are out the window. Every last one of these characters are out the window, but he is confirmed to be in the MCU. So this is still really huge news. So a lot of places are speculating all these big names that he could be playing, and that just can't happen. Or you get some people that are speculating that it's going to be a one-time and done, but they have no idea who exactly he could be playing. And that's kind of where we're at right now. No one really knows who he could be playing at all. So we're going to look at what he said, and then I'm going to speculate on who he could play. I have a few ideas of some characters that would be rather interesting and that are sort of obscure characters in the MCU. They haven't been done. If you have obscure characters that haven't been done, why not use them? So let's look at what he said. He said, "At this point in my career, I am only interested in working with the best. I don't know how many more films I'm going to be able to make. Probably not that many. I want to do things I haven't done. I played Othello at 22. I'm about to play Othello at 70. After that, I'm playing Hannibal. After that, I've been talking with Steve McQueen about a film. After that, Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in the next Black Panther. After that, I'm going to do the Othello film. And after that, I'm going to do King Lear. After that, I'm going to retire." So this is big. This is really, really big because this tells us what his status is in the MCU. Because if he's only going to be in that many movies and then he's going to retire, this is a game changer. And it means that all the characters that people have been speculating he could play in the MCU for years is not going to happen. It's simply not going to happen. So then you might be asking, well, what character could he play? Well, we know now that he is scheduled to be in a Black Panther movie. Now, he says the Black Panther movie, so that's good. We know he's going to be in that movie. We could sort of narrow it down. He's not going to be playing one of the big heroes that's scheduled to return. And he's not going to be playing one of the big villains that's scheduled to return. In fact, this leads me to believe that he will indeed be playing a villain. So if he's going to play a villain, how many villains do we know that are kind of those Black Panther villains? Fact of the matter is that not a lot of fans out there of the MCU know any of the Black Panther comic book villains. And just like a lot of Marvel characters, he shares villains with tons of other characters. A lot of his enemies are the Avengers enemies, and all of these characters that could come back. But you want a story that's sort of very exclusive to the Black Panther himself. You want something that is strictly his. Because if you do that, then it can be a one-time and done. My biggest problem with the first movie was that they introduced the character they did when he could have come back. But they did that, and it turned out okay. It was an amazing movie, but he shouldn't have been the villain for a first movie because he is capable of coming back. Killmonger is very much able to come back. So you don't want a villain like that if you have an actor that is simply doing a one-shot movie. If you have an actor who is getting ready to retire from the business and isn't going to be in any more movies, that is all out the window. So here's some people that I think he could play. So, first up, I'm going to suggest Lord Arcadius. Lord Arcadius is a fantastic Force villain, but he plays very well into the narrative of the Black Panther. Arcadius was a member of the Inhumans Genetic Council. He ordered the Seeker to capture Devilar and return him to Atelian. Arcadius and the Council were part of Morgan Le Fay's plans to raise Atlantis. It's kind of one of those characters that would be something of a powerful character for him to face, and it would be one that I think wouldn't be too physical for Denzel to play. Denzel's in good shape, but he's not going to want to play a lot of great combat scenes where he's doing all this fighting that's going to involve him fighting against somebody. That's just not something I could see him doing at the age he's getting to be. So next up is Baron Macabre. And Baron Macabre is one of those characters that I think could be a decent person for him to play, because you're looking at this character that brings back the dead. He's able to resurrect zombies and all of this, and he is an exclusive villain to the Black Panther, so that makes it really cool as well. This wouldn't require a lot of action scenes for him, because he would be able to summon up dead zombies and essentially use them to fight his battles. It would be a very different type of movie. And after the Blade movie taking us into the horror genre of MCU, why not have something that leads up to that? Why not have something that's kind of in that vein? It sounds good. Even though we don't have any idea when the Blade movie comes out, at some point it is supposed to come out. That's something else they've announced. The Blade movie is supposed to be coming out. So whenever that comes out, that's going to take us into a darker realm in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anyway, so why not? And then you have Lord Carnage. And Lord Carnage is good because he was sort of a Killmonger friend. And that's kind of why I put him on this list, because he did align himself with Killmonger. And that's a good thing to have as a villain, because him coming back sort of takes you back to that first movie while sort of playing off of everything that's been done. And then you have Sombre. Sombre is from the land of the chilling mist within the nation of Wakanda. And in this place, there is a resurrection altar. And this mysterious man, known only as Sombre, is the oracle of this altar, and wears a vampiric type of mask that seems like it is attached to his face, and he kind of has an army of his own. It sounds kind of cool. That could be one of the characters I could see him playing. I could see that going really well. And then the last one is sort of this criminal by the name of Stoneface. And Stoneface is an enemy that could also incorporate the Falcon. So you could have Falcon as, the new Captain America appear in the new Wakanda movie, fighting alongside of him to defeat this character. And it's a much more grounded character where he probably wouldn't have to fight as much. Now, out of these characters, of course, I like the one that can summon up zombies the best. I think that would be by far the coolest one imaginable for him to play. But he's looking at a one shot and done. So it's got to be a character that's sort of lesser known, because you're not going to have him be a character that is very well known or could have an impact on the future movies, because you want him to be there. You want him to bring in the people. That's what you want to do. You want that money. And that's why a lot of people are saying that they think that he messed up by saying that he's going to be in the MCU, that he shouldn't have said it. I actually think that they okayed this a long time ago. They said, hey, if you're in an interview and you're talking, you can go ahead and say, hey, we're writing this part for you because, you're going to put people in the seats. You're going to bring people to our movie, and that's exactly what we want. So when you're looking at this whole thing, you have to realize that with him retiring, this is kind of the limit. But a lot of people are speculating all these really big names of characters he could play that are simply not going to happen. He's never going to play Magneto because he won't be able to appear in future movies. And I don't see them doing anything like that, being that this is going to take place after Doomsday. This is going to take place after Secret Wars. That's right. It's not going to be part of the whole multiverse story they have going on now. So when you look at it from that perspective, also you know that it's just going to have to be a standalone for the Black Panthers. It's just going to have to take Black Panther back to Wakanda, kind of take him into his own element where he fights a standalone villain. It's going to be great. It could take place in other places. They've gone other places within the Black Panther movies. Either way that they do it, I think it's going to be really cool. But I know that he's going to be playing a lesser known villain. That being said, I kind of also want to know what you guys are thinking about all this. Are you super excited about the fact that we have gotten Denzel Washington, of all people, now confirmed to be in the MCU? And who would you have liked to see him play? And who do you think he could be playing? Is there someone that he could be playing that I missed on my list? As always, we want to hear from you guys. So make sure you leave that comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation as well. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers, and you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And then, friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.